Hello everybody.
Bonjour. So today we're going to be making tomato and basil soup, but it's going to be raw, it's going to be live, it's going to save you time, and I want to show you how you're going to be able to get maximum amount of nutrition into your body to spend with your family members. So we suggest do this with a loved one and eat it with a loved one to start to bring people back together again. So of course, ingredients, what we got?
Tomatoes.
So now what we've done with these are, just look how, you haven't got to chop these up into little bits, just chop into quarters and then just throw them in. So let's show you how easy this stuff can be.
Oh, tomatoes on the vine.
Tell them why on the vine, Mama.
Oh, they're so beautiful. Remember my dad when he used to borrow somebody's greenhouse and he'd go and pick them out of there and they were absolute, they smelt like that. Smells brings back lots of memories.
Now here's the thing. You want to be able to smell the fruit, so, and it is a fruit, it's a tomato, so, oh, it's a smell. It's a beautiful smell. So you just open them up. All we're doing, so here's what happens. When they're on the vine like this, can you see that? What that means is this bit here is kind of like from mother to baby. We don't want to live without our mamas. So when you keep it on the vine, what it does is exactly, it's still, go on, say it, what is it?
It's still feeding it.
What's it feeding it? It's feeding it life.
Yes.
Now, think about this. Think about the energy that life has put into this. Now, what in your body is red with 4 chambers and an equidistant cross? Boom, your heart. So what we're doing is we're making food, not just from the heart, but we're making food for the heart as well. And all these ancients used to believe that certain foods would correspond to a certain part of our anatomy. And tomatoes, we know, contain lycopene. And when you pull them off the vine like this, because they're still being fed life force energy, we don't want to cook it over 115 degrees. We go and cook it over 115 degrees, it's like cooking us. We just burn out. Whereas what we want is, we want to capture the life force that the energy of the sun put in it, that the planet's energy put in it, the different seasons of life have put a different energy in it, and we eat this stuff, and what happens? The magic of life happens. So this is why we've got carrots still on this.
Growing.
Why? Because as Mum said, they're still growing, they're still being fed life force energy.
Just because they're not in the earth doesn't mean they stop growing if they've still got all the green on them, which is lovely.
Yeah, so this is literally how you supercharge your tomato soup. So we're just going to rip them off, and I want you guys to get hands on. Now you might be thinking, ooh, God, there's a little bit there. No, leave it on, because it's the root. It's what allows, so you don't even need to be good at cutting.
So as you can see, we've put in about 5 tomatoes, lovely large tomatoes off the vine, and we've put in 2 carrots that have come off straight off of their green.
So what we've got here is we've now got sun-dried tomatoes going in as well. Now, these, when they're sun-dried, they're dried in the sun, the amount of energy that these are picking up, while that's going to go into you, is going to be on another level. Because there are certain foods that when they dry in the sun, their value can actually go up. There are other foods that when they dry in the sun, the value goes down, but these ones, the value goes up.
Got basil next.
We had a bit of a challenge here today. We were growing some basil, and sometimes it just doesn't grow the way it's planned. It
got frostbite.
Yeah, it happens in life. So what we've got here, we've had to adapt. And the beautiful thing about living in the 21st century is we can adapt. So we've got some of these basil leaves going in, but what we've got in here is basil within here as well. So dried basil. So I'm gonna let Mum sprinkle that in there because she's gonna be putting that love into it. Now, at the same time, we're making this super tomato. So now we've got
tomato puree.
Exactly. So that's
just a teaspoon.
That's a big teaspoon.
A nice large teaspoon.
That's a big teaspoon.
Yeah. Everything's big in our family.
Now we've got garlic going in. Now I want you to see how easy this is. Now we're talking, it's going to take time, but if you're doing this at home and you're in a hurry, you can do this in less than a minute.
This is a vegan stock cube.
Organic vegan stock cube. That just goes in, simple as. Now, here we've got cumin going in. Now again, that cumin is going to give it such a beautiful flavour. Now, here we've got thyme. Now, I've already pulled these ones off. They can go in, but I want you to see how easy this is, because literally what you would do is you literally just go down. I don't know if you can zoom in here and see that happening, but I'm literally just going to drag it down the leaf. So if I go down here, you should be able to literally see the leaves just coming off. So you literally just pull the leaves off as we're going down, and we get the thyme in there. Lovely. Lovely,
Celery
lovely.
next.
Now celery, why are we adding this in? Strong bones. Now why are we adding that bit in?
Well,
Tell her, Mama.
this is the core, the root of the celery, which has the most nourishment. Again, it's still feeding the celery. And if you talk to my daughter, she would tell you this is the best part of the celery. So don't cut it off and think, ugh, that looks horrible.
There's
Part of it.
Yeah, there's so much stuff now that nature has created for us. And what we do is we're taking these things off and throwing them away because that's how we've been programmed to do this stuff.
And can I
This
just show
part-
you, these leaves, people cut them off because they think they shouldn't eat them. But I sometimes put them in a salad. If I get a really big celery with lots of these leaves, I put them in salad because they're lovely.
It's literally like saying, hey, nature, I know you've been on this, you've been creating life for literally like hundreds of thousands of years on this planet, but we're going to come along and we're just going to take those little bits. No, it's all feeding us life at different levels. Now, again, I mentioned it in the other videos, you want strong bones, you've got to start eating decent celery. Keep these bits on it. Remember, this is all going to be blended up in a minute. Now, this bit, so many people are not rooted to the planet. Their heads are up in the air, they're trying to build their dreams on sand. They've got no real connection with true life. When you start eating stuff that have got more of a root in it, it's going to ground you more, and what that actually allows you to do is connect to more of the intelligence that this planet can offer us. So we want to be understanding it, eating it, souping it, juicing it, blending it, doing it all. And now we've got our little trick. So all you do is you boil the kettle. So the warmth is already, like, if you see that steam coming up, it's just been boiled. So that's going to go on. Now watch this, we're not even using a stove for this. That's what's super cool about this. It's oh look, I can smell it already. Wow, I can feel, before we've even blended them, I can feel some of these ingredients just coming out in the mix. Now let's give that a smell. That smells incredible. But here's what I want you guys to be able to do. When you take even different, you get stuff from different sources, different places. You want to smell it, but then start to trust your smell. As in, how's this going to feed me right now? To me, it just needed a little bit more of those sun-dried tomatoes. And look how quick that is. Now, what we've got is we've got some supercharged bread that Mum's peanut, and here, oh my God, that's amazing. That's so amazing. So what we're going to do here is I want to show you how simple you can do this. Now, you do this for a family member, and what you put it in. This, when you get used to doing this, it will take you the same amount of time to go and get a can of soup, undo it, shove it on a stove or in a microwave or wherever, and literally, it's the same time to do it this way. This way, you're putting live food in the body. This is how you start to get supercharged. You've got to understand that without it being, oh my God, look at that. Come on up, look at this, look. You got live foods right here. So we got...
This is a whole meal in itself. You could, of course, make it slightly less, but this is our lunchtime meal.
Yeah, they say that this is almost like a bisque. And you can get like tomato bisque. Now, you know what makes the difference between this and a tomato bisque? The difference is, in the bisque, they actually put fish stuff in it. We don't want horrible stuff like that going in our soup. What we want is live stuff going in. We just stop making noise. So here we just got a little bit of olive oil. Come and have a little look at this. So we're just putting a little drizzle on the top there. Super, super easy. Bit of olive oil going on. I don't know if you can even see that. We've got Tiny little bit of basil going there, tiny bit of basil going there. You can serve this up for anyone, super, super easy. And we've now got the bread coming out, so Mum is now going to cut this bread. Which can be buttered. Now, some people prefer this type of texture. This is actually an olive spread, so this is made from olives. So,
hurry up, I can smell it.
Yeah, so we're going to sit down literally any moment now. So give that a test, Mama. Oh. Right, we're going to sit down and eat this, but yeah, give it a test. I love the fact she goes for 2 before we even get
so
to know
nice.
whether it's going to be good or not.
So nice.
Right.
I'm one of the old-fashioned people that like to dip my bread in, and sometimes I'm quite happy to actually drop it in.
So, a little bit of...
Excuse me. On top. I just want to show you the bread and the soup all in one go, all homemade.
I love it. Look at that. That's how you want food getting inside your parents, when it's real live food, not processed stuff. Like, come and have a look at this. Look.
The other
so
thing
just
is,
a tiny little bit of pepper on top. It just kind of sort of finishes off how you present it. You present this to a family member, and I can tell you now, 1, they're going to love you more for you spending the time prepping this. 2, if you do it with them, it gives you a chance. Yeah, it's fun.
Maybe your grandchildren, maybe your children. Let them start to learn now at a young age what food is all about. Nothing better than doing it with mum or nan or dad or auntie, anybody. Let them clean the carrots, let them clean the tomatoes, let them cut them up, let them learn what a tomato is, what it presents. So don't be afraid of having a go. My soup, I never want boiling hot. I like my soup just so I sit down, I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to dip my bread in. That's brilliant.
It's so good.
Country kitchen, here we come.
It's so good.
Can we go now so I can eat all mine?
Oh my god. This, how to supercharge your tomato and basil soup, you can do it in less than 60 seconds. Do it with your family. Please, comment below, send us some pictures, send us some videos, connect with us and let us know how you connected with a family member to actually take control of what you're putting in your body, because if you don't take control of what you're putting in your body, I can tell you now, a broken society is not going to do it for you. We're in 2021 now, we're in the year of change, we're in the year where magic can happen, and it's only going to happen when you put live stuff that's got the energy of the sun, stuff that's got the energy of the planet, stuff that can energize your body, no matter what age you are. It comes down to making more conscious choices. So we hope that this has served you at some level. We're going to have a beautiful little meal now with our family. So live strong, live healthy, live long. Make sure you live now with the nutrients, oxygen and water. For now, we're out.
Okay, yes.